Indonesian has a prefix m, which is arguably the most complex affix in the language because it has many different forms called allomorphs, and its function is usually dismissed as it's just more formal. In episode 1 of Known in One Big Hit, I will look at the different forms of m and also its function in a sentence. Firstly, let's look at how we make sounds, as it will help us understand the forms of this prefix. Imagine that someone got a head and sliced it down the middle from crown to chin with a bread knife. The sounds p, b, and m are all pronounced using the lips. Don't believe me? Give it a go. But hati-hati, you don't want to sound like a goblock. The sounds t, d, and n are made by the tip of your tongue touching that weird lumpy bit at the top of your mouth. And k, g, and are pronounced by raising the back of your tongue to your velum, the soft bit at the back of the roof of your mouth. In English, the n in onion is pronounced a bit different with the back of the tongue raised. In English, s is pronounced in the same place as t and d, but in Indonesian, the back of the tongue is raised too. H and all vowel sounds are pronounced in the same place as k, g, and n. F words are also pronounced with the lips, same as V words. Ch and j are pronounced in the same place as t, d, and n. And w, l, y are all pronounced in a different manner. They're called liquids, so they act a little bit different. Once we know this pattern, the variations of m are so much more simple. Indonesians make the nasal sound in the same place of articulation as the starting sound of the base word. Why? Because Indonesians are lazy. But English speakers are lazy too. This is very similar to impossible, intolerant, inconceivable, imbirth, indirect, and inglorious. Some things that you have to remember. The nasal takes the same place of articulation as the first sound of the base word. Liquids, l, w, y, and nasals, m, n, ny, get m. S, k, p, t are skipped. Munga is sometimes used for one-syllable words and some borrowed words. Now that we know what the m prefix is, let's look at why it might be used by looking at our example words, known in one big hit. It's easiest to look at dalam, satu, and besar first, as these base words are not verbs. M, in these cases, make the base word into a verb. Mendalam means to go inside or to go deeper, for example, when you're swimming. Menyatu means to make one or to be united. Likewise, membesar means to get big. While kenal is already a verb, it's more of a state, to know. When you add m, it's more the action of getting to know. We are focused on someone actively doing the action. Pukul, likewise, focuses on the doer of the action. Pukul means to hit, but memukul means to actively and intentionally hit and subsequently affect something. Pukul is vague. Memukul is specific. When someone is vague, it's easier to produce the language, but harder to comprehend. When someone is specific, it's harder to produce the language, but it's easier to comprehend. It's more likely that you will put in more effort to be more specific and therefore better understood when you are in a formal situation. And that is why many people say that m is just more formal.